This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Do you ever think about switching insurance companies to see if you could save some cash? Progressive makes it easy. Just drop in some details about yourself and see if you're eligible to save money when you bundle your home and auto policies. The process only takes minutes, and it could mean hundreds more in your pocket. Visit Progressive.com after this episode to see if you could save. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Potential savings will vary. Not available in all states.
We are your morning X on the eve before some fabulous football. Wow, what a day tomorrow, Leslie. It's all I can think about, but I must divert because we have to Sleaze. It's brought to you by McDonald's. Support local business owners and entrepreneurs in your neighborhood by visiting a nearby McDonald's today.
Well, I will be watching the next episode of Mayor of Kingstown. It's so good. And guess who's in the new series, who's in the new season? Edie Falco. She's like the new badass warden at the prison. She was just being interviewed. I never knew this. Was she ever close to James Gandolfini?
The truth is I wasn't very close to Jim Gandolfini. I mean, I adored him, but I didn't know him. We didn't socialize. We had very different outside lives, and I didn't know much about his. He didn't know much about mine. We didn't socialize together. So basically, when I looked at that man, what I saw was my husband. The characters between Carmela and Tony were very easy because of that.
So interesting. You know, you're acting with somebody for so many years, but maybe you're not close to them. I don't know. The other thing I'm watching, Barnes, is Tulsa King. And I told you this season is just off the hook. It's so good.
That does shock me about Edie Falco. I mean, as much time as she spent with him, with Gandolfini,
they weren't close.
That is weird.
Maybe he just wasn't close with a lot of people because maybe he stayed in character all the time.
That's what I was about to say. He's method. I bet he was method, and he was like, nope, not going to get to know me.
I'm in the middle of Tulsa King with Sylvester Stallone. Great new season if you haven't watched, but he was recently being interviewed. I never realized how he actually conceptualized Rocky.
I had written a couple of screenplays, and one was pretty good called Paradise Alley, but I was so broke, I sold the rights for $100. These producers, I finally got a meeting with them called Shardoff and Winkler, said, we'd like to do this Paradise Alley, but you sold it to a couple of amateurs. He said, you blew your chance. That was your moment. And I started walking around at night in a place called Balboa Park. Interesting. Then I thought, why don't you do kind of a Mean Streets thing? So I wrote a story about this collector and everything else. And then my wife at the time said, I don't like it. I think Rocky's mean. I was trying to make him this misunderstood guy. That triggered me realizing I had to surround myself with other positive characters. Apollo Creed, Mickey, Paulie, all these individual people that would give the movie some scope. So I went back, started writing like a madman. About 24 hours I had that pretty much down, and the rest is history.
Isn't that amazing? So, Barnes, are you watching Tulsa King?
I'm not going to lie. I am on life support with Tulsa King. I just am having a hard time. It's just too slow for me.
Are you kidding me?
The first season was awesome.
It is not slow. It's so good.
I'm in the season before this one, so season 2, right in the middle, and I'm just having a hard time.
Dude, please stay with it because those scenes in the car are so freaking funny.
All right.
Okay, well, this may grab you because you know what's happening Sunday night.
What?
Barnes, Sunday night?
Sunday night NFL on NBC.
You're so involved in football that you're missing something much bigger.
What?
Season 2 of Landman.
Oh, hell, this weekend?
Barnes, Sunday night.
Oh, man. Okay, now that I will not miss.
Have you lost your mind? Okay. Well, Billy Bob Thornton was on CBS this morning talking about if he ever butts heads with Taylor Sheridan.
As a writer yourself, do you and Taylor ever butt heads over the way a scene is written?
He's way bigger than I am. No, I'm not going to butt heads with Taylor. He works out every day. I only work out once every 7 months. Anyway, so, no, you know what? He and I see eye to eye.
Yeah.
And he's very lenient with me. I mean, Taylor's writing is so tight that he generally doesn't have people ad-libbing. He told me to my face. He said, look, you're a writer and a director. I see how you operate. He goes, every now and then you'll throw a thing in there because you feel like it. And he goes, if it feels right, do it.
Things that people do, like in that world, when you change a writer's words, when you think about that writer had to work just as hard as you to get to that level in Hollywood, and you're going to change their lines? People lose their minds.
I know. Well, I have been filling you all week with feel-good holiday movies, correct?
You said you've been feeling me all week, and I was like, what do you mean? I misheard that. My apology. I was like, what do you mean?
Feeding.
Okay, feeding.
With holiday cheer.
Too much of it, to be honest, but
Barnes?
Yeah.
Okay, nothing says holiday cheer like Five Nights at Freddy's 2. Yeah, it's a campy take, creepier tone, and it's coming out December 5th.
So you want to tell me about your bad dreams?
It's always the same.
Your dad. We're never going to be able to move forward until you deal with some of the mess you left in your head.
My father was a monster. You know that.
Everyone called it an accident, but it wasn't until years later when those 5 children went missing that I knew she was murdered by him.
Are you ever gonna go back to Freddy's, I mean?
I think my sister is here.
Where are you gonna run to?
What do they want with my sister? Half of this town will be dead by morning.
I mean, nothing says holiday like that.
thank you for changing the pace.
Seriously?
I get another freaking Lifetime movie out of you.
Okay, I have something else for your list. I've talked about this earlier this week. A masterpiece, and I'm talking about Frankenstein. You have got to see this movie. It's on Netflix. Come on, Barnes.
I saw the time lapse of Jacob Elordi getting into the makeup and the whole thing. That's unbelievable.
I think he's our next superstar, Jacob Elordi, but he was just being interviewed about the movie, and he said if he wasn't an actor, guess what he'd like to be, Barnes?
I'd like to have bees. I'd love to be a beekeeper. I like how they all have an assigned job, and I actually just learnt recently that honey never goes off. So they make this like indestructible product just because. It just seems like a really beautiful system.
And there's a lot of respect for the Queen.
So much respect for the Queen.
I saw what you did there, what he would want to be.
Yeah, he would want to be a beekeeper.
I see you.
Which means, you know, maybe he could be in the next Beekeeper movie like Jason Statham, but whatever. That is your Celebrity Sleaze.
Family Matters amplifies the loudest and the proudest political voices in the Black community today.
What's up, guys? I'm CJ Pearson. There's so many incredible perspectives here in the Black community that you're going to hear from each and every week.
Because faith matters, country matters, and family matters.
This is exactly what the mainstream media was missing by not actually going to Black churches, going to Black barbershops, talking to the people at the forefront of this change in the community. Let me start here.
Family Matters with CJ Pearson.
Each and every week. We'll see you here. Talk to you soon.
Follow and listen on your favorite platform.